don't think OBS is working right. This is totally not what is on the screen at the moment. Oh, there we go. Alright, sweet. We were listening to Shipwreck. They were a band that was around in Champaign, Illinois, right when I moved there around 2005, maybe. Yeah. And they were really tearing up the town with their sweet hits. But I really got a lot of influence out of them, to be honest. Like, I love this band. They're great. They're not around anymore, unfortunately. Although one of the main songwriters is still in a band called the Dirty Feathers. Holy crap, can't talk. The Dirty Feathers, who just released a couple of new hits. I don't know why I'm calling everything hits. Some new sweet jams not too long ago. So check them out. I think it's just thedirtyfeathers.bandcamp.com. And then I have the iTunes link for this album that Shipwreck did. This is their first album. They have another album that's a lot more produced, but still sounds great. It's called Rabbit in the Kitchen with a New Dress On. I think Polyvinyl released that one, if I am not mistaken. But yeah, so we'll probably listen to a little bit more of that as we go. But yeah, today I wanted to learn how to do Reaper. Tonight. It's late. So yeah, I don't know. It's not going to be like a stream where I'm jumping around playing drums and stuff, probably. It's going to be more of, we're just going to chill out and I'm going to watch some tutorials, and because I don't know Reaper at all. This is the first time I've really used it, so if you want to learn Reaper, come hang out. Alright, well, let me get my OBS situation handled here. Looks like the stream's actually stable for once. I was having a lot of problems with my stream lately, but I upped it to like 3,000. And I actually figured out, like, I was having this big problem with the lights I use for my live performance setup, and I finally figured out that I have these power line adapters at my house because I don't really have a way to run cable to my basement down here. So what I did was, you can buy these power line adapters. You'll run Ethernet to your like electrical outlet, and then it goes through your electrical, and then you have another adapter that you plug into an outlet downstairs somewhere, and then you have an Ethernet port out of that, and then you hook it up to like another switch or something, and then that's how I run all my internet down here. But the problem is the dimmable lights I use, they're like concert lighting. They're like DMX controlled LED lights, and they interfere with that electrical signal, I guess. So every time I was doing my light show, I was like, my internet was just dying immediately, and it totally sucked. But alright, that was kind of a tangent. It has nothing to do with Reaper, but you needed to know. Alright, yeah, let's figure out some Reapers here. They got this whole tutorial section. And this is the first video.
Hi, I'm Kenny Joya. Welcome to another one of my tutorials. In this series of videos, I'm going to show you Reaper from the ground up. In addition, we're going to highlight some of the great features added to this newer version, Reaper 5. Now, Reaper is a powerful recording and editing program for both PC and Mac. And what makes it so special is that it's both simple and incredibly customizable. In other words, we can change the program to work the way we want to. So if you're coming from one or more of the popular DAWs and switching to Reaper, you can change all the key commands, toolbars, menus, and even the mouse behaviors to work a way that's more comfortable for you.
I'm going to try not.
And if Reaper is your first DAW software, you can still create your own way of working.
Customize
so instead of you
so
learning
much.
Reaper can adjust to you.
I want to
So let's take a look at the
to
basics.
Reaper.
When you open Reaper, it looks like this. Right over here is the arrangement window. And to the left is where we have tracks. Now right now there's no tracks, but we can create tracks very easily just by double clicking. Double click, and here it is. So it's very easy to create tracks, and also very easy to delete them. Just hit delete, and they're gone.
Seems easy enough. So here, I have Reaper pulled up. I know how I want to start my song. I recorded this sample just before I started streaming.
BAM! You cocksuckers!
That's gonna be the start, or I don't know, somewhere in the song, right before my drop or whatever you call it. I don't know anything about dance music, so this is gonna be interesting. But I figured it'd be fun to try because there's like I want something to take over to all the tune shares that go on. Because I always go to nightmare sequences and flights all the time, and I don't know. They say it's like cool to bring my rock music, but there's never any other rock music, so I always feel weird. And I kind of want to learn how to make some, EDM or dance or whatever the fuck you call it. I'd say like drum and bass, but I don't know what that means. I don't know what any of the genres mean. Like, what the fuck is drum and bass? Does that mean it has drums and bass? Because they all have drums and bass. Like, I don't get it. But I'm old and dumb, so if you know about electronic music, teach me. I need to know. But, so there, double clicking makes tracks. It's just like they said. Oh. Backspace, no. Delete, yes, okay. Is there a way to do it with the mouse? Oh, I don't want to remove that. I like being able to do everything with the mouse because it's just so much faster. Alright, you can just right click or double click. Okay, so can I shift? Okay, shift click those. Move. Okay, that all seems pretty easy. Let's move on here. Oop, there we go.
And one of the great things about Reaper is that tracks will work with anything. There's not MIDI tracks, audio tracks, aux or bus tracks, or video tracks. Any track can do any of those things.
Oh, that's awesome.
In fact, any track can do all those things. So it can have audio, MIDI, video, and a track could be used as a bus or an aux all at the same time. So it keeps it very simple because you don't have to decide what type of track you want to use.
Yeah, I'm super
you
into
can
that.
just create one and decide later. MIDI, audio, video, or
Right,
a bus,
Reaper.
or even a folder, which we'll get to later. Now the way Reaper
It's like
works
you got some cards in your
is that
deck
it plays
here.
back audio, MIDI, or video from left to right. So any items that are in the arrangement window are going to play from left to right. So up here, we have the timeline or the ruler. It could be beats, seconds, or time code. So let's drag in some audio. We'll make another track, go to our directory, and right over here, I have a drum beat, a synth line, and a piano. Let's drag them into tracks and see how they play back. We'll start with the drum beat, just drop it right here. Let's see what it sounds like.
Oh, yeah. Get
Now we can
on
add
the mic.
things
Oh,
to this music production
about to rap.
by putting
Come on.
new things on new tracks. So let's bring in the synth line. Let's line it up. Let's add another track.
It's pretty jamming.
Let's add a piano.
Super into this.
Place it right here.
Oh, we're chilling now. Oh, snap.
So as you can see, it's very easy to add sounds on top of each other and create a blend or a mix. Now this audio right here, these three are considered items or media items. We could drag them around just like this. And now it starts earlier. Same with the piano, have it start here. We could delete them by hitting delete. We could undo.
Oh, good. Undo.
We can copy and paste them. Copy.
Oh,
paste
wow.
it over here,
They have all the features.
or we could loop it by dragging over here and pulling it out. Now it loops the audio from over here to over here. We could also fade in or fade out the audio.
What?
Let's grab these items
How?
and fade them right from here.
Oh, sweet. It's just like Pro
So now they're going to
Tools.
slowly fade in. Let's change the fade curve.
All right, hold on.
Now it sounds like this.
Hold on there, buddy. We're going to go check this out because I need to know how to do fades. So I just grab this yeehaw over here, and then how did I get that? Right click? Oh, there it is. Oh, look at this bastard. Oh yeah, good old snaky fade.
Cocksucker.
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 No, that is not what I want to happen. How do I go back all the way without clicking? I guess you have to hit rewind.
Damn, you cocksuckers. Damn, you cocksuckers.
Sweet. Fade this way. Same dealio. Dealio.
Damn, you cocksuckers.
Oh, what happened? Oh, I wrecked it. Let's do that undo feature. Seems to work as intended, which I'm happy about. Control Z, yeah. The redo is always like sketchy as what the key command's gonna be. Sometimes it's like Control Alt Z or another differing key command.
Bam, you.
Oh my god, I love Joey Diaz. Okay. Back to the action here.
And we can fade out the same way. Just select them all, drag over here, and fade them out. Let's change the curve to this. And it fades out nice and smoothly. Now over here, where our tracks are, this is considered the track control panel. And we can adjust things on our audio right from here. Let's delete this, get rid of our fades, and we can make adjustments right in the track control panel. So let's turn the volume down for our synth line and our piano. So now all we're going to hear is our drum beat. Now we can slowly bring up our synth line. The same with our piano. To get the perfect mix for our song, we could also mute things on the track control panel. We can mute the drums, and we don't hear the drums. Or we could solo the synth line,
Oh shit, this is like a 16-minute
and all we
movie.
hear is the synth line. We could also pan. Let's pan the synth to the left and the piano to the right. And we could separate our sounds by speaker. And we could also add effects to each one of our sounds, like EQ, compression,
This
reverb,
part's
delay.
important.
But we'll get into that later.
Oh, screw you,
But
buddy.
it can all be done right from the track control panel. Effects right here, routing here for sends,
Ooh,
and we can use automation or envelopes down over here.
envelopes, eh?
Now, besides doing things in the track control panel, we also have a mixer. If we go to View and choose Mixer, it pops up right down here. This is our mixer.
What?
And all the controls on this are simple.
Hold the heck on here. Oh, I think I already have it up. Oh yeah, Control M. For mixer. It's gonna make me laugh every time.
Similar to over here. Except the fader is a bit nicer looking. Let's pan these back to the middle and readjust them.
Gotta have that nicer looking fader.
The mixer just makes it easier to see our levels at a glance and adjust them here. Now right now the mixer is in our dock. Down here, we could have other items in the dock as well, like our routing matrix, properties, media explorer, and just about anything in the view menu.
Holy shit.
And then we could hide it by unchecking the docker. And it goes back to this, giving us more screen real estate for our track control panel and the arrangement window over here. Now we could also adjust our track heights and track width. So I could change the height of this, like this, or this one, or change the width of it all from here and make it nice and small, or not at all, so we could see more of the arrangement window.
Small and not at all.
Now up here is our toolbar.
Oh my god.
Here's where we can adjust things or just see visual feedback of what mode we're in. For instance, we could hit lock, and now we can't move our items around because they're locked. Or we could hit it again, and now we can. We could turn our grid off so we don't see the grid, or turn it back on, or a whole bunch of other things, which we'll get into later. But it's also important to note, we could change the toolbars completely. This whole toolbar can be customized. We could delete things, add new things, and we could also make new toolbars. If we right click up here, we could switch our toolbar to any of our custom toolbars, like this one, and then it does a whole bunch of different things,
What?
which we have the ability to customize.
What's with those
Let's put this
icons,
back
though?
to a main toolbar, and it looks like this. Now down over here, this bar over here is the transport bar. Here we can choose to play, stop, or record. Hit this button here for play, or stop, or pause, or we can go into record.
This
button over here is for
Kripke
looping.
from fucking Big Bang
So you
Theory.
can choose this, grab a section for looping, and this is going to loop. Over here we have our time, section for looping, or stop, or pause, or we can go into record. This button over here is for looping, so you could choose this, grab a section for looping, and this is going to loop.
Okay, sorry. The looping was important.
Over here we have our time for bars and beats, minutes and seconds. Over here we can change our tempo. So if we make the song faster, let's make it 120. It actually plays back faster.
So
we can change the tempo on the fly.
Right away. I don't know if I like
We can also
that.
change our rate right here, which is going to stretch the audio. So if we go faster, plays back faster or slower.
So it's like very speed right on it. That's cool.
Or double click it.
Oh, that's how I make the
To put it
dance
back to
music
normal.
right there. I just make like a regular beat and then I turn it like a fucking half octave
Now
down.
you can also zoom really close or really far
Sound
out
like demons.
using a mouse wheel if you have one, or if you're using a trackpad using 2-finger pinch.
Yeah, what the fuck? How do you do
Zoom
that?
on a section right here, zoom back out, and we can customize how we do that. Really close or really far out using a mouse. Or double click it to put it back to normal. Now we could also zoom really close or really far out using a mouse wheel if you have one, or if you're using a trackpad using 2-finger pinch.
Wait, I thought I tried to do that before. That was like super not. Oh. You just do the mouse wheel without any modifier. Okay. I'm so used to Alt in Pro Tools, so I was trying to do that and like it was doing this shit. So in Pro Tools, this is Shift mouse wheel, but in here it's Alt mouse wheel, and then Alt mouse wheel is just regular mouse wheel. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. If I want to go over here, oh, it's doing it. That's good. What about like right there? Nice. Okay. Z-zooming is important. What if I want to duplicate this? Boom. What if I want to change the height of all these at once? Oh, I think I was about to do it. So I hold Alt. There it is. So, sweet. I should delete these because this will be loud as shit if I play it at the moment. Alright. So let me turn this guy down.
Bam! You cocksuckers!
Bam. Alright. Back to the show.
Pinch. Zoom on a section right here. Zoom back out. And we can customize how we do that, which we'll get into later. We could right-click anything, like an item, and we get a menu based on that item. So for media items, we get this menu. For tracks, we get this menu. For our ruler, we get this menu. So if you're ever in doubt of what options you have, just right-click it, and they'll appear. Now, if you're using a trackpad, you could use 2 fingers to right-click. Like on mute, just right-click it. There's a menu just for mute. Or solo. Now, if you hover over something,
that's pretty nice.
You get something called tooltips. So if I hover over this, that tooltip shows up, letting us know this is for locking. Or this one is for snapping.
Wow.
Or for grid lines. So again, if you're in doubt of what something does, just hover over it, and the tooltips will show up, letting us know what it does. Now, as I said earlier, Reaper's very customizable. So all the menus up here,
it's nice they do
can
have
all be
the
changed.
key commands right in the tooltip.
You can choose your own actions in any of these menus. You can change their names.
Yeah,
you can
I don't
delete
want to do
them.
any of that.
It's all customizable. And besides changing the menus,
I
you
don't
can also
have to
change
like
the
have
themes.
a preferences file.
So Reaper could
that
look very
if I
different.
don't have it set
This
up
is the
right,
default
it
theme
screws
for
me.
Reaper 5, but we could change it. Go into options, go to themes, and choose a different one. Like this one here.
Oh, can you make this?
And now
not
Reaper looks
ugly?
like this.
Wow. Okay. That's good.
Or this one, Imperial. Take a look at this one's mixer. Pretty sharp looking.
Pretty sharp.
Or this one, another pretty cool looking theme. So you can create your own themes or download themes from the internet. Just search Reaper
All the
themes.
stupid icons in
and
the
you'll find a whole
toolbar
bunch.
still look cryptic as fuck, though. Like, that's my only problem with that.
Let's go back to the default one right now.
But I don't know.
Now,
This
in
all
each
seems
theme,
pretty
you
straightforward.
could also
but I
adjust
like
the layout.
watching this basic stuff.
Like for
'cause
tracks,
it's worth it to
I go
know
to
the
layouts,
basics for everything.
go to my track panel. You can choose all these layouts for our tracks. I'm using large because it's easier to see,
What the fuck?
but the standard one is right here, which looks like this.
Ooh.
Or we could choose one like this,
There's
small full meter,
So many options.
and we see more of a meter.
Oh, nice.
So it's easier to see the level of our track.
Oh shit.
It's pretty good for recording, so you can see your meter a little bigger, as opposed to this.
So this software is going to take a while to learn everything.
But the
'cause
meter's a
there's
bit
probably gonna
smaller.
be a million options.
And there's
for every-
layouts for the mixer as well. Go to the layouts, go to the mixer panel, and all these layouts can be used for the mixer. Right now we're using the session mixer, but we could choose strip, which looks like this. It's a lot thinner.
Oh, nice. Well, this
Or
stuff
large
is
sidebar.
great to have. So
Looks like this.
holy shit, those are huge.
Or any of the other options you prefer. And these are written into the theme. So each theme has their own set of layouts.
My God.
Now to control Reaper's behavior, we have a bunch of preferences. If we go to our options, go to preferences, you see right here are all the preferences for Reaper. And there's a lot of them.
No shit.
General one, project ones, for audio, for your device, for appearance. Everything here can be changed to how you want to work. So it's completely customizable and it's system-wide. So once you set these, Reaper's going to behave that way with your computer. And all your preferences can also be saved. So as you can see, Reaper can be very complex, but it's also very simple when you learn how it all works. And we're going to do that together in this series. Now I've laid out these chapters in a very deliberate way.
Oh my god,
We're going
they're
to
all
start
like
a little more
15
simply
minutes long.
to get you going, and it'll get more complex
Holy
as we
shit.
move along.
Alright, what do we need to know? Definitely you want to learn how their project system works and their organizing, you know, how you really want to like set up files to be as efficient as possible. So that's worth learning. I don't know if I could spend a whole 15 minutes on just tracks. What is their unless it's every single way to like edit and group things, and but that's all down here. This is crazy. It's like a friggin' college course here. But that's, I mean, it's awesome they have these videos, so I appreciate that, Kenny. So let's go to the next video then. Because I do want to do this starting a new project one.
So I recommend watching it in order, especially if you're a beginner or new to Reaper. Afterwards, you can use each chapter as a reference to refer back to if you need to learn a particular topic in more detail. Now, because Reaper is so customizable, it can get pretty complex. So certain areas of Reaper are not covered in this series, at least not in detail that they could be explored. For that reason, I would recommend checking out the video page on Reaper's main website, or the forum.
That's where I went.
There are a bunch of topics that are explored a lot more deeply and in greater detail. The mouse modifiers are a great example. I've made 12 videos on this page that just cover customizing your mouse movements. As this customization is very powerful, but it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
So I will
Probably
mention
great
topics
if you
like this
feel like
in this series, but you'll get more detail in the videos on this page.
going
And I'll remind
super
you
deep
as
with
you pass through
customization.
those complex topics. But I would definitely check out or bookmark this video page, as we will be adding new videos.
Been
each
down
month.
that road before, and then we don't
So
need
anyway,
to do that
let's start exploring Reaper 5.
unless you have
Let's
to.
go.
But that ain't gonna be today. Let's start exploring. I've got a nose for adventure. Need to explore. It says incorporated. Boom. I got time to wait.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is start a new project. And we can do that by either going to the menu here and choosing new project, or we can go to the toolbar right here and start a new project. Now when we do that, nothing really happens.
All right.
It starts a new project, but you don't really see it, and it's not obvious how you can save it. So what I prefer to do is go to our preferences, under options, right down here is our
Let's
preferences,
start changing shit right off the bat.
and go to project,
Oh.
and hit this button right here, prompt to save on new project. If we choose this and hit OK, now if we make a new project right here, it opens up this dialog where we can save it.
All right, that sounds reasonable. I already forgot where the preferences are. File. Help? Oh, probably options. It's probably a good place for options to be. Shit, where was it? General project. Derp derp. Here it is. Okay, prompt. Apply, okay. Okay, apply. I don't know why I clicked both. He obviously just clicked okay and it worked fine. That's how I roll. Project. Apparently I already have a sweet project going. Yeah. Joey D. All caps. Alright, so this is my new project. This is a dance song. Alright. I did download some basic sounds to use because like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing with dance music. So I went to like some Reddit post. It was like, how do you dance music in Reaper? And they were like, I don't know, it was actually pretty well formatted. It had some links to some samples and free synthesizers and all that. So I downloaded this one. This is the 99sounds.org drum sample pack. Let's listen. All your favorites, such as Crash Tape. Oh, now it's slow. God, my timing's horrible. Such as Crash Tape. You know, all the hits. Yeah, there was a couple kicks that I thought were cool. I think it was the gritty and the heavy. Yeah. Just smash those together. We're gonna make some sweet kicks. More kicks than judo class. More dad jokes than a Little League game. Holy shit. Oh, my beer's almost empty. We haven't even made a dance song yet. Oh, the shakers suck up. All these snares kind of suck. But I actually have another computer rolling right now. Let me see if I can show you that. So I got MainStage on my laptop, and I've got this VNC viewer going, so you can actually see my laptop. So we got some drums in here to mess around with too. Here. Like, just click these guys. The graphics are super slow. Because this computer's really old. So I figured we just record our own like samples of this. Because there's a couple decent kick drums and stuff like that. And then this program has a bunch of synthesizers and stuff like that too. Let me in here. Oh, this is painful. Synth here. What's a Saturn lead? That sounds amazing. I'm not sure how to play it at the moment, unless there's a virtual keyboard. Let's see. Ah, sweet keyboard. A keyboard. Yeah. So yeah, we can make some sweet dance music because, like I said, MainStage has a million of these. It has basically all of Logic Pro's samplers and synthesizers and all those virtual instruments that it comes with. So, and it's only $30, which is like, this is probably the best deal in Pro Audio, other than like free stuff. But you get so much with this program, and it's so cheap. I love it. And I run my whole live show off of it too, so it's stable. Alright, let's learn about projects some more. As soon as I figure out what window it was. There we go.
I'm going to save it to my hard drive audio. Now, if you have an extra hard drive, it's a good idea to put your projects on that separate drive, especially if you're dealing with bigger sessions. So I'm going to save it there and name it New Song. So now the file is saved to the hard drive, and that happens every time we make a new project. Go to the directory,
Oh.
and it's right here. This is our
I wonder
project
if this
file.
thing auto saves.
Now, the only problem with doing this is it gets kind of messy when we start recording audio. Let's do that. Let's make a new track right here by double-clicking. Put it into record, and let's record some audio. Right here. Just a few pieces. Let's
Just
make
a
3 of
few?
them. Now let's go back to our directory and see what happened. In addition to our project file,
Oh, yeah,
right here
that's
on the
nice
hard
and
drive,
messy.
we have all these files here. 3 audio files and 3 waveform files, which shows us the waveform that we created. So you can see it'll get pretty messy if we're dealing with a whole song.
Yeah.
Many different tracks recorded,
there should be a
many different
folder
audio files,
that
all
they
spread
go in.
out on our hard drive. So for organization purposes, this is not the best way to do it. So let's instead put them all in a folder.
Oh, hey, somebody's
Let's
in
delete
chat.
these. Let's make a new project.
Not
Again,
so
it opens a
ex-
dialog
What's up,
to
man?
save it. But
If
this
you were
time,
running Reaper, what
we're
did
gonna
you
call it new
use to
song,
make your EP? Because your EP
and
is
go
kinda
down
dope.
here to this
Thank
little
you
button.
for saying
Create
that.
subdirectory for project.
Pro Tools. I was doing all Pro Tools for the EP. But I want to... Pro Tools wants a lot of money from me a lot of times. And I'm sick of it crashing. It crashes a lot. And you can't use like VSTs in it. You're limited in that way. Like, there's a lot of reasons I want to get away from it. Plus, I'm just kind of ready for a change, you know? Me and Pro Tools have been going for a while, but I've been looking at other DAWs and they're just a little bit sexier these days. So, yeah, I'm switching to Reaper and, you know, taking it slow. Just learning all the basics here. Because they have all these awesome videos, so I figured I'll check it out. But yeah, thanks for saying my EP is dope. Or kind of dope. That's perfectly acceptable for me.
If we click this and hit save, now this project file is in its own folder.
Oh, you're working on it.
Let's go to the directory, and it's right here. We have a folder for new song.
Yeah, I worked on Ableton
we open it,
for a while. Oh,
There's
thanks.
our file. So now if we go into record, the audio files are going to be in this folder.
Yeah, I don't think anybody listens to me on
Keeping the hard
Spotify, so you
drive
might be
a
the
bit
first
neater.
one. That's awesome.
So let's do that. Make a new track,
I have like the artist page or
go
whatever.
into record.
I missed all this now. I have like the artist page on Spotify, and every time I go there, I just look at it, and it's like, nobody listens to anything you do. Like, oh, thanks. So uplifting. But that's rad. So yeah, cool. If you're just getting into music making, then this is the perfect stream, because I'm just getting into, you know, doing Reaper. And I'm trying to make dance music with this right now. So, like, I don't make any dance music, so I'm going to be basically learning that from the beginning, too. So this is like a super beginner stream. I'm probably going to stream for a while tonight, because I ain't got nothing to do.
This, and hit save. Now this project file is in its own folder. Let's go to the directory, and it's right here. We have a folder for new song. And if we open it, there's our file. So now if we go into record, the audio files are going to be in this folder. Keeping our hard drive, and hit save directory for project. But this time, we're going to call it new song, and go down here to this little button, create subdirectory for project.
Why
If we
doesn't it
click
just
this
do it by default?
and hit save, now this project file is in its own folder.
Why are you making me do this twice? Kenny. Oh, okay. So I just have to remember to do that. Whoop-de-whoop.
Let's go to the directory, and it's right here. We have a folder for new song. And if we open it, there's our file. So now if we go into record, the audio files are going to be in this folder. Keeping our hard drive a bit neater.
What kind
So
of
let's do
music
that.
are you going to make?
Make a new
Not so-
track, go into record, and instead of hitting the record button,
Are you going to
down
try to do like
here,
electronic stuff, or do you have like guitar?
let's use the
and-
keystroke. On the
you gonna make
PC,
that kinda
it's
music?
Control
I don't
R.
even know what to call it anymore.
On the Mac, it's Command R. And just hit it, and it goes into record. Let's do it 3 times again. Let's use the keystroke. On the PC, it's Control.
You're a keystroke.
So let's do that. Make a new track. Go into record. And instead of hitting the record button, down here, let's use the keystroke. On the PC, it's Control R.
All right, that's
on the Mac,
important to
it's
know.
Command R. And just hit it.
I'm used to
and it
Pro
goes into
Tools being
record.
F12.
Let's do it 3 times again. And again, we'll take a look at it. Here's our folder, nice and neat. Here's our project file, and here are the audio files. Now this is a bit better, but it could still be a bit confusing.
It still
If you have
sucks.
thousands of audio files and many different project files,
You should
if you
have
save many
project
versions,
file
it can still get pretty confusing.
and then a folder with
So
your
let's take
audio
this one
files.
step further. Let's delete this again.
Oh my
Go back to
God.
Reaper. And let's open the preferences again.
Let's see. You're gonna get into electronic music. I'm pretty inspired by the PC music people. No, I don't know who they are. Like I said before, I have no idea. Like I'm such a noob when it comes to electronic music. Like, but I've been just, hanging out on Twitch all the time and seeing all the electronic producers here, and they're so talented and it's awesome watching them work. So that's kind of why I want to give it a try. Plus, like I said, I go to all their tune shares and stuff, and I don't have anything to share. I don't want to share my already released stuff, so figured this would be a great opportunity to both learn Reaper and, make some electronic music.
Down over here is another option. Open properties on new project, which is basically the project settings, which is how we set things on a project by project basis, not globally. Let's check it. Hit OK. And now let's create a new project. Once again, the dialog opens. It automatically defaults to creating a subdirectory for the project. It stays where we leave it. We'll type in new song. Hit OK. But this time, this opens up. Project settings. This is the settings we create on a project by project.
Good gravy. Alright, so preferences, project, open properties. Fancy schmancy.
Project basis, which is separate from our preferences, which is global for the entire computer. So by default, it's set like this. 44.1 is our sample rate, 120 is our tempo, time signature's 4/4. So by having this open automatically, we can change this on the fly for each project. Let's go to the media tab right here. There's an option right here to change the recording path, which is where the audio files are going to be saved.
Yeah, when I got Ableton, it took me a while to really figure out what it could do and or just how to get around in that program. But if you, I don't know, the help thing in the lower left, that actually really does help a lot. They put a lot of time into their help window, which is not the usual thing with most of these audio programs. So I don't know, that thing helped me a lot. But Ableton I like the most as a writing tool, just because it's such a powerful looper, and plus I have a soft synth keyboard. Hold on, let me do this. So this is my gear. You can see in the right side, there's that Novation keyboard, and it has those buttons on it. And it has a special Ableton control mode. So when I use that, oh shit, what did I do? So when I use that to control Ableton, it's actually really fun and useful, because you just set it up as a giant looper basically. And it's so good at stretching audio, and you never get a loop that gets weird or anything like that. So that's worth looking into, is just find any sort of cheap MIDI device, or you don't even need a MIDI device. Yeah, I've been buying gear for since I was a teenager, and now I'm old, so I have a lot of it now. I didn't just buy a lot of it at once though. And yeah, I hope to start doing some live performance streams soon, but I've been having to catch up at work, and I can't play drums at like 3 in the morning, so. But yeah, like Ableton's definitely worth like sticking with if you're really into loop-based recording. But there's definitely, I don't know, easier DAWs to start with, because Ableton's its own little world, for sure. Like this Reaper is definitely more of a like basic DAW, at least the basics of it. Like Ableton's so loop based, and like it does kind of weird things that you wouldn't expect a DAW to do if you're used to like Pro Tools or any of the more acoustic based ones.
Let's click right here,
Right,
and name it audio here.
This.
We can change this on the fly for each project. Let's go to the media tab right here. There's an option right here to change the recording path, which is where the audio files are going to be saved. Let's click right here and name it audio files. And now Reaper's going to create a folder for our audio files, and that's where they're going to be saved. So now let's record some audio. Make a new track, go into record, and now let's see the directory. Again, we have a folder, we have our song file right here, and we have a folder for our audio files.
Wait, did
That's a lot
totally
neater.
Miss the part.
We could list saved. So now let's record some audio.
Audio file. Okay.
Make a new track.
Do I have to do that every time though? I hope not. What? He said this would get saved. That was a lie. Although I probably never actually saved it last time, so. Alright, audio files. Okay. Oh, shit. There was a button, I saws it. I needed to do this. And then hit save as default project settings. Yeah, I bet if I... Yeah, there it is. Okay, sweet.
Go into record. And now let's see the directory. Again, we have a folder. We have our song file
I know this
right
is all
here.
boring as hell, but it's
And we
really
have a folder
is
for our audio
useful
files.
to go through this stuff.
That's
like,
a lot neater.
Because this stuff will drive you nuts
could
when
list
you're
them by
trying to
name,
like be
By
productive.
date modified, and they're in their own
You gotta
separate
deal
folder
with
for organization purposes.
Weirdly organized files.
That's a lot neater. So the project files are out here, and the audio files are in here. Now this is just for this project.
Thanks for the follow, Natso.
If we want to make it a
That's
default,
awesome. I'm still like
we can go back to our
super close
project
to
settings.
50.
Either here,
And then I like become
Project
eligible
settings?
to be an affiliate, I think, so
or hitting this toolbar button for project settings.
I'm super excited.
So right from here, we can go down to this button and hit Save as Default Project Settings. But before we do that, we can make changes to it. Instead of using WAV files, we can use AAF files,
Oh, cool.
MP3s, or any of these options.
That's another thing Pro Tools was always sketchy
You can
about.
use
was like
24-bit,
just default
16-bit,
MP3 usage.
32-bit.
Like you always had to like
So we can
pay
change
the
anything here
license or like do a weird
or anything
plugins
over
to
here
get
to be our
MP3 to work.
default. Our tempo, the time signature, the time base for items, which we'll get to later. But for now, we want all our audio files in their own folder. So if we keep this like this and save it as a default, every new project is going to behave that way.
Yep.
So let's make a new one. We'll save it as new song. It's going to make a new folder. It opens the project settings, and it automatically creates a folder.
I have
for
no
audio,
idea why they don't just
because
do
we saved
this
it
all by default.
right here.
Like,
But because this opens each time, we could also change it. If this song is
I
130,
hope every
we could change it
part
here.
of Reaper isn't like this.
Time
where
signature
you
could
have
be
to
3/4.
Super customize everything just to make
And
it
this
work how
project
it's supposed to.
is going to have these changes. But if you don't want the project settings open on each new project, we could then turn it off. Right from here. So it's still going to save our defaults. It's just not going to open on every new project. But that's your personal preference. Down over here is how we save or back up our projects.
Oh, this is
By default,
too.
this option is turned on. So every time we hit save, it's going to create a backup file of the previous save version. This way you always have a backup of the last save version. So if I hit save over here, save project.
Yeah, but I never hit save anymore
hit it
because I'm
over
so
here,
used to
save
Pro
project.
Tools auto-saving.
It creates this backup right here. Let's switch it to list and list it based on date modified. And here's our project file, and here's the backup. So if I save it again, it changed the time. The new one is saved at 126, and the backup is from 125. So I always have a backup copy. But we could do much more than that. Let's go back to our preferences. Over here, we could choose to keep multiple versions. Every time you hit save, you're going to get a new version. And they do add up, but they're always good to have.
It
because
sounds
the project
awesome,
file
but it
is
also
very
sounds
small,
like it'd be a...
and if you make a mistake, you can always go back to it. But instead of choosing this option, I like this one. Timestamp backup. That does the same thing, except it timestamps it. It tells you what time you made the backup. So if we choose this one and hit save, let's do it 1, 2, 3 times. Go to the directory. We have 3 files that are timestamped. 1, 2, and 3. Those are our backups in case we make a mistake. If we made a mistake on the newest project and we saved it, we can still go back to these based on that timestamp when we save them. And again, these are going to add up.
I mean, it'll say the same shit
Make
on
3
the date
more.
modified,
1, 2, 3.
You know, goofball.
Now we have 6 of them. So it saves backups based on the time in which you saved them. Here's our date and here's our time. But there's still other options. Let's go back to our preferences. By default, every 15 minutes, it's going to make a backup. And you can choose when that happens. When not recording, when stopped, or anytime. So no matter what, every 15 minutes, it's going to create a backup. Now personally, I like to go a bit quicker. I like to leave it on when not recording.
Yeah.
So it only creates a backup in between recording.
Kenny don't F around.
And I
He likes
change this
go
to 3
quick.
minutes.
3?
So every 3 minutes, it's going to
That's
create a
actually-
backup. And also, we can timestamp those. So if we choose this right here, each one of these auto
Oh, good. You
backups
can
are going
save
to be
these to a
timestamped.
different folder, too.
Just like the ones up here,
'Cause this
which are
shit can
created
get
when we hit
super
save.
messy.
With the auto backups, we don't have to. So now, every time we hit save, it creates a backup. And also, every 3 minutes, it creates a backup. And they're all going to be in this folder,
Sweet.
which we can sort by date modified. Here's the main project file, and these are the backups. And all the audio files or media files are in this folder.
All right, so what else do you do?
So
should we
anyway,
do some other
that's starting a new
shit?
project in Reaper. It's a great way to keep our projects organized in their own folders with all the media items contained inside. Makes it a lot neater for backing them up or sending them out for someone else to work on them. So anyway, that's starting a
This
project
did
in Reaper.
not need to be 11
Next, we'll take a
minutes
look at the
long.
tracks. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, let's go, bud. Alright, so I need to get those auto-save things right, so let's do that. I like the timestamp, I guess. That's fine. 3 sounds good to me. I'll do when not recording. So it doesn't try to, like, save while you're laying down the best guitar solo of your life. And it crashes your program or some crap. Save two-sided timestamp file. An additional directory. Boom. Backups. Alright, that should do what I want. Save. So save. Where does this shit even go? I have no idea. What am I in? I'm in Watt 3. Alright, so this those saves and then All the auto backup should go in here. Oh my god. Yes, I suppose I should make a track. Hey, I can record myself. How about that? It's amazing. Hey, I can record myself. How about that? It's amazing. Wait. Oh no, I suck at Reaper. How do you fucking do this? Where's that verify? Yes. Okay. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to look at where this saves. So this saves in audio files as it should. I don't know what the hell all these extra files are, but hopefully I don't need to. I still want a key command for that. Oh, home. How about that? Oh, if I want to loop this. How about that? It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's
Oh, I'm easily amused. Sorry. Oh, I did that. How about that? So now if I hit... It's amazing. Home. Yes. Stop. Home. Play. Hey, I can record... Alright. That. Okay. These things are important. What was I gonna... Oh, yeah, I wanted to ask, Not so. Do you have any gear yet, or are you just planning on buying some stuff to get started? Because the cool thing about, like, doing all this stuff is you don't really need a lot of gear these days. It's kind of awesome. The tracks. So you're just like DAW shopping right now, basically. I know a lot of people use like FL Studio for electronic music. I think that's what like Flight uses. It always looked like it was pretty straightforward and how would I say? I don't know, like very tailored to doing electronic stuff. Like it seemed really easy to do like all the automation you need to do and the plugins and all the soft synths and that stuff. So check that one out. And then there's Bitwig. That's like kind of a newer one, but I think that one's sort of like Ableton, and it also looks sort of kind of crazy. I don't know.
Okay. Next we're going to take a look at tracks in Reaper. As I mentioned in the intro, over here is considered the track control panel, or the TCP. And as I also mentioned, when you're dealing with tracks in Reaper,
that isn't widely
all
used
tracks are the
everywhere.
same. There's no such thing as a different track type. There's no instrument tracks, aux tracks, bus tracks. Any track can do anything. And to create a new track, we can go to the menu here, the track menu, insert new track. We could right-click over here, insert new track. Or we could simply double-click.
I know, Kenny, I did all this.
We get a new track. We could duplicate a track by selecting it, going to the track menu, hit duplicate tracks, or we could right-click, and we get the same menu as the one up here. Right-click it, duplicate tracks. We can reorder tracks just by moving them around. Let's put this one up here,
says shit is hilarious.
or this one down here.
Reorder.
We can resize them.
Oh shit!
Right here.
He has to be like from the Northeast. So all those vowels. I spent like a year and a half in Boston, and listening to those people talk was the highlight of my day. Holy shit! Like I never knew you could end like the word pizza with an R, but you can do it if you're from New England. Like their whole vowel system is, you know, based off R's or whatever, but like, you know, like the whole ka thing, like everything's AH instead of an R. but somehow the R's end up back like at the end of words, mysteriously. Like this woman went by me on the street and she was like, "Susie, did you get the pizza?" Like, or, how did she say it? It was like pizza, or in like, but she just trails off in an R, and like I started hearing this all over Boston, like pizza, like it's so weird how they talk, and like anytime I hear it in real life or on videos, I just crack up the whole time, and I feel like an idiot, but I can't help it.
Make this one smaller, this one bigger, and we can name them right over here. Just double click and give it a name. Drums, bass, and we can tab to the next track. Guitar, and now our tracks are named. Now we could delete tracks with the menu as well. Just click on it, right click, and hit remove tracks. Or we could simply select it and hit delete.
Oh yeah.
We could insert multiple tracks using the insert menu and going down here to multiple tracks. And this dialog opens. Now this is very helpful for naming our tracks because it'll automatically name our tracks and put a number at the end.
What?
Let's say we wanted to add 4 vocal tracks. Change this to 4. Type in vocal. Hit OK.
Vocals.
And we have 4 new tracks named
Start
Vocal
with
1,
Oh,
Vocal 2,
nice.
Vocal 3, and Vocal 4. That's a lot quicker than creating 4 tracks and renaming them. And we could also add color to our tracks.
That's what I used to have to do.
We select one and right click it, go down here to track color. We could choose set tracks to custom color, and a color wheel opens up, or we could choose sliders or a picker based on the name, or this, or even crayons. Let's go back to this. Make it brighter, and let's choose green. Hit OK. Now this track is green.
Nice.
Let's make this one red. Track
Going
color.
Christmas.
Make it brighter. Make it red. Hit OK. And now this track is red. We can also randomize the colors. Let's select them all by holding down Shift. Go to track color and set tracks to random colors. And we get random colors
It's
for all the
actually
tracks.
pretty useful.
Now we could also add icons to the tracks to make it easier to see what's on each track. Let's rename these drums, bass, guitar, and vocals. Now to make that stand out, let's add an icon to each track. Start with the drums.
Oh boy.
We right click
Graphics.
and go down to track icon. Set the icon, and this dialog opens up. So we could choose an icon
Nice.
for our drums.
So I can have my own stupid pictures.
Let's choose this
in
one right here.
Just gonna
Now there's an
Photoshop,
icon.
like
Make this bigger.
dumb things.
Showing
to
us
put
the
on my
drum set.
tracks.
Let's do the same thing for the bass. Right click it. Go to track icon. We'll choose bass for guitar. And that looks like this.
Right.
I like to choose a
I
microphone.
get it, Kenny.
Track is a vocal. It's a little quicker to see than looking at the name. Now let's take a closer look at each track. If we go up here, this is our fader. If we make it lower, the sound will be quieter.
Really?
If we bring it up, the sound gets louder.
Thank you.
We can double click it
Kenny
to put
G.
it back. So if we bring it all the way down, we want to go back to our default,
Mix
Just
Master
double-click it.
Ken here.
and it goes back to 0, the
No,
default.
That's important.
The same with our pan.
To get back to default.
We can pan it to the left,
Like
so the
everything
sound just comes out of the left
alt-click
speaker,
and then you get back
or to the right. The sound just comes out of the right speaker. Double click it to put it back to the center.
But I can dig.
We
the
can also
double
mute our
click.
track, which turns the track off and also turns off the computer processing power for that track.
What?
So if we mute a track, it's not taking up any resources. But we're also not going to hear it.
That's actually really cool.
We could also solo each track, which is the opposite of mute. If you hit it, only that track gets heard. We could add effects, which we'll do later. We
Always
could invert
later
the
with the
phase or
effects.
polarity right here. Add some automation or envelopes, and set our inputs and recording modes over here. But we'll get to that later. What I want to show you now is some modifiers for adjusting our tracks. The first one is audition mode. Let's say we have a fader in a good position. Let's bring it down to about minus 7 dB. Now let's say we like this level right here, but we want to audition another volume level. We can do that by holding down a modifier.
What?
For PC, it's Alt. For Mac, it's Option. And if we hold it down and move our fader, we're going to hear the volume change. But if we don't like it, we want to go back, we could just let go. And it jumps back to minus 7 dB.
Okay, that's actually amazing.
So we didn't lose our level. So it's a great way of auditioning.
Like they have a way
And it
around
works the same way
like,
for Pan.
that works in Pro Tools. Like they have these little up and down LEDs, well not LEDs, like graphics that come on that kind of tell you where the thing is. But if you let go of the mouse on accident or anything like that, you lose it automatically. So like this seems like a way better system of doing that. I'm excited about these things, which is how I know I'm a nerd.
The pan is set over here, and we want to try a different pan position. Hold on Alt on the PC, or Option on the Mac.
Actually,
and
I need to grab another beer, so... Here, I'll let you look at my gear some more. I'm gonna go grab a beer real quick. Oh, here's some Shipwreck to listen to. I think I still got it going.
Sabra hummus. Go ahead. Invite the pita bread.
Some
Heck,
Sabra
invite
hummus
the whole
ads.
garden. Welcome
Thanks,
to the
YouTubes.
unofficial meal.
Yeah, this is a jam. Oh, hey. Why is my head all big? Oh, because I use this cam on my live setup.
For all he knows,
This is what you should look at.
there is no other way to cross this road, to get across the interstate. Take away these chain fences. Take away these blinding lights. For all he knows, there is no other way to cross this road, to get across the interstate. If he don't go, he's pretty sure that she will, and she'll get killed. End up like a roadkill on the shoulder of the coyotes, waiting for the break in traffic. Is there any way to get from here to there? He has to think there is some way to get from her to him. He has to think there is more to this than farmers' fields and carcasses waiting to be killed. To be killed. He don't go, but he's pretty sure that she will, and she'll get killed. End up like roadkill. Somehow he knows
I'm back.
there
Give
is a
me one more
place
minute
somewhere
here.
where the
Let me turn my mic off for a
forests
second.
grow, and humans leave no traces. Take away these blinding lights. Take away these chain fences. Is there any way to get from here to there? He has to think there is some way to get from her to him. He has to think there is more to this than farmers' fields and carcasses waiting to
Alright, now I'm back. Oh, let me get to that volume. Yes, just in time. Okay. Pause that. Let's get back to old Kenny G here. He'll tell us about some more. Although, actually, he just gave us some sweet info, so I won't rag on Kenny for at least 30 more seconds.
Move it, and if we don't like it, just let go, it jumps back. Now, if we decide we do like it, like with the volume, we could let go of that modifier, and it'll take us out of audition mode. So let's do that. Go in audition mode. If I let go, it jumps back. But if I do it again, and this time let go of the modifier, the level stays. So I can decide to come out of audition mode and change the level more permanently. And it works the same way for pan.
Go back to the right view.
If it's over here,
OBS.
I can move it in audition
Thanks.
mode.
Sorry.
To over here, let go of the modifier, and then it stays. There's also different modes
I
for our
moved to
mute
Frederick
and solo.
about a
Let me show you
year
those.
and a half
Put these
ago?
back to the default.
Yeah,
Now just hitting the
here I
mute
am.
just mutes that track. But we could also unmute all the tracks. So let's say this track, and this track are all muted. If I go up here and hold down the modifier, on PC it's Control, on Mac it's Command, and just hit it, all the tracks in our project get unmuted. And they could be any track. So if there's a lot of different tracks and we don't see them all,
Why is it?
we want to
up
unmute
for
them
the
all in one shot, like this
stretching,
one and this one.
but
Just hold on the
control for
modifier,
mute?
hit the button, and they all get unmuted.
Weird.
Which we could also do by using right click. Let's choose this one and this one, right click this, and choose unmute all. And that does the same thing, but it's quicker with the modifier. Just
Oh,
click
you
it,
live in Hagerstown? Nice.
and all the tracks that are muted become unmuted.
I think I've been there like
And we could do the
once.
same thing with solo.
We might have drove through
Let's solo
when
this
we were going
track,
camping in Pennsylvania
this
or
one,
something.
and this one. Hold on the same modifier, Control on PC, or Command on Mac, just hit it, and all the tracks in the project become
Why are you up so
unsoloed.
late, motherfucker?
This one or this one. Hold on the modifier.
What is it? It's 3
and they're
a.m.
all unsoloed. Which again we could do by right clicking the menu and choosing it right here, unsolo all. And all the tracks that are soloed become unsoloed. Again, it's much quicker than finding each track that's soloed.
Wow.
Now there's another mute mode I want to show you called inverted mute. That's going to do the opposite of muting a track. If we hold on Alt on the PC or Option on the Mac, hit the
That's
button,
why you can't alt mute.
all the tracks get muted in the project
What? That's
except for that
awesome.
one. So it's kind of like solo. Do the same thing over here. All the tracks get muted except for that one. And this one, and this one.
All right, so I'll
We
figure
can
out the
undo it
modifiers
with the
real
other
quick.
modifier.
As soon as I start
That's called inverted mute,
inverted muting,
which we could also right click
I'll be
right
like, what
here
the hell am I doing?
and choose mute all others, which is the same thing as inverted mute. Just click it, and all the tracks in the project get muted except for this one.
All right, this is boring as fuck.
We can also do exclusive mute, so only that track will load, like this one and this one. We want to solo this track without having to unsolo
Yeah, my sleep
these two.
schedule's horrible.
We could right click and choose exclusive solo,
Like,
or we could use the modifier. On PC, it's
from
Alt
like
and Control.
2 a.m. to like
On the Mac,
6
it's
a.m.,
Option and
I slept for
Command.
3 hours,
And just
I
hold
was
them
up for,
down
like,
and hit it, and just that track is
noon,
solo,
And I slept
which is
during
really good for soloing
lunch.
through the song. If I want to solo this one,
Like an
and this
hour.
one, and this one, I don't want to have to keep unsoloing each one, like
And I've
this.
been up for a while, and then
I can
think
just
I fell asleep
quickly
at like
solo
8
this
o'clock.
one, then
for
this
like
one,
2 hours.
then this one, and all the other tracks
And
get
then-
unsoloed. It's pretty
I've been
handy
up since then.
and a lot quicker than soloing and
yeah.
unsoloing. Now we could
It's
also mute
ridiculous.
and solo by dragging, but this only works with tracks that are next to each other. So let's say we want to mute these 3 tracks, just hold down here and drag to this one and this one,
Shut the front
and all
door.
3 tracks are muted.
Just
or this one.
clicking and dragons here.
And you can unmute them the
This is
same
crazy.
way. Click it and
Alright,
just
right
drag
there.
each one.
You're
Still
fucking-
quicker.
you're
But
nuts.
if you want to quickly create, so, and then let go, it
Wait,
jumps
that
right
looks
back.
important.
Like audition mode, mute, and now there's a temporary group for these 4 tracks.
All right.
So if we grab the fader, all the tracks move together. or the pan, or the mute.
If I
Well,
just
solo-
use that, I probably won't even use like.
So it's a great way of
regular
creating a
groups,
group
'cause
very quickly, although it's temporary. And everything else still
Groups-
works with
I
them.
don't know.
Like audition mode,
Half the time you don't want them to be on.
so I can pull this down by holding down Alt or Option, and then let go, it jumps right back. Same with our pan. And we could also disable
yeah,
a
5
temporary
a.m. to
group.
10. Yeah, the 5 hour.
So let's say we're moving these faders together because they're grouped
That's rough.
in a temporary group.
I know that
We
zombie
want to change the
feel.
drum level, but we don't want to
Wake
have to
up and
unselect.
do it.
We can hold down Shift and move the fader, and just the drums move, or the bass, or the guitar. But we don't have to unselect them to do that. Instead of doing it here,
What?
we can keep them selected so they behave as a group for muting
Well,
or
you
soloing.
could do that in Pro Tools with like right.
Or we could
click.
hold down Shift, and it disables the group for soloing, for muting,
So this is all the same crap
moving our
as
pan.
Pro Tools does. It's all just
and moving our fader.
different keys.
So it's very helpful if you don't have the time or it's not necessary to create a real group, which we'll get to later. Now you should also know everything we're doing in the track control panel in this window can be done in the mix window. Let's open the mixer. Everything we've
have
been
to
doing
show us
can be the
again.
group. Let's select them all, or the mute,
Buttonhole.
or audio.
I'm bored. We should probably like make music. The track, whatever. Recording. You hit Control R, it records. I got it. The editing is probably super important. That's probably what I should have. Oh, I was like, why does it watch these first? Why wouldn't that be at the top? You bastards. Where was that big list? Show me the list. The grid, that's probably super important because when we're doing this dance music stuff, like we're gonna have to do just tons of looping and tons of grid editing, so it's one of the things. And then also all this automation is gonna become super important, super quick. Stretch marks. Let's see. We don't really have to worry about comping, but that'll be something I'll need to know when I do vocals. Because I like to do about 500 vocals before I'm happy. It's totally unnecessary. We kind of figured out fades already. Yeah, let's just do some shredding here. Shred, I don't even know what that is. Let's make some kick drums, I suppose, eh? Actually, let's get out of this session. I want to delete all those test sessions I made and all this crap. Oh, but I want to keep that one sample crap. I have no idea which one it is though, because they don't name the tracks based on the name of the track, it seems. So here, if I just drag all these in here, you can listen. That's definitely not it.
You got it.
Here
Brody
it
Stevens,
is.
Stephen Brody. That's what.
Do I have it edited though? I guess not. What's a repeak file? Ah. Okay, I'll see you later, not so. Thanks for coming and hanging out. It's fun. I love when people come out and chat. It's cool. Makes this a lot better. But yeah, since you followed me, I think it yells at you every time like I go online and all that. So I plan on streaming on a schedule at some point, but I don't know when I can commit to it until like my work projects are done. So I want to say Monday is probably gonna be the first scheduled stream I do, and it'll probably be like from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern time or so. So check that out. But you probably already left. But thanks again.
Is you finding my voice? He sent me to New York to hone it, and I came back and.
So we need 0132. This is our baby. Let me just copy this. Oh, Jesus. Why can't I choose multiple items? You fucking terrorist. Alright, we'll do them one by one. Well, that seemed to work out. Okay. Nice. So I still got this guy.
Is you got it?
Sweet. Alright, and now I can delete all this crap. Although, I should have saved those guitar riffs. Whoops. They weren't that great. Okay, get rid of Whataburger here. And we got a clean slate. Oh my goodness. Just want to rename the file. I don't need like executive permissions. Just fucking wait. Just tell me I did it and then wait till I'm not using it anymore and then rename it or something. I got time for this. Did I close Reaper? I did. Okay. Let me find the Reapers again. Here it is. Yeah, there should be an error. I don't want to save anything. Just frig off. Okay. So, I haven't actually bought the license for Reaper yet. I know it says I've had it for 442 days. But so I've never really tried it out because the only thing I ever used it for was, like I said before, Pro Tools doesn't use or won't let you use VST plugins. So one way around that was you could use a thing called Rewire, and then you could use Reaper, and you'd load your VST plugin into Reaper, and then just basically route it into Pro Tools via like virtual routing. So I've been doing that for apparently 442 days, although I'm pretty sure I could count on one hand the amount of times I've actually done it. So I've never actually tried Reaper out. This is definitely the first time I've seriously used it, so I'm not going to buy it just yet, because I want to try it out for like a good, half a song at least. So that's my story. Because I feel guilty, apparently. Alright. Let's make some kicky drums. So, I know it's lame in dance music to just have a kick drum like that. It's just somebody's sample. Like, you should at least try to do some things with it to make it unique and your own. So the first thing I thought of doing is just layering a bunch of stuff, because that's like a good thing to do. It usually produces good results in audio. So what I was thinking is like we could take, find a kick drum with a good low end, and then take that and kind of chop off all the high end, and then maybe find one with good mids, and combine 3 or 4 to make like one ultimate kick drum, and then we can make it go every beat for a zillion measures, because apparently that's what dance music is. 4 on the floor. So yeah, where was that sweet? Let's get rid of this dingus here. No, there's that, you could make a bunch of tracks at once. Insert new. Am I just like missing it every time? So there's like create multiple tracks. What the hell? Oh, here it is. Insert multiple tracks. Okay. So we'll do 4. Kick. Boom. Alright. Awesome. So let's find some of these kicks. I can't even hear the 808 in my little earbuds. So, like, fuck the 808, right? Because, like, that's such an overused thing at this point. Oh my god, this happens so fast. How do I loop in this morph? Not shuffle. What the fuck? Can I not, like, just replay the same track over and over? How's that not an option? Whatever. Yeah, I like the heavy and the gritty one. So let's go find these and get those in here. Alright, so downloads. Oh. Let me save this project here. Documents, Reaper Media. Dead song. Okay. Then I need to open my downloads folder. And there's all these drum samples here. So drag in kick gritty and kick heavy. I don't like this. Why is it polluting my fucking folder? That's lame. So already that sounds amazing, right? Like, dance music's so easy. So here's the one kick. Then here's the other. And together. So let's find another one. Let's find something with like some click to it, or I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, I saw that red light. I was like, oh no, my OBS is screwing up. But it wasn't. Oh, tight. Yeah, maybe we'll only need to do like 3. I think I like the big that had like kind of a click to it. So I'm looking for some like high end now. And then we'll do the tight, because we want our song to sound tight. Alright, this is gonna sound crazy. If we like lower it. Yeah. It's probably gonna blow up some subwoofers. Speaking of, I should probably use my main speakers, not my earbuds for this. Because, you know, subs and all. There we go. Alright, so do I have like a master track? Oh, hey, there it is. Okay. That was easy. Now, do I have any way to frequency analyze here? Yeah, one thing I didn't look at was all how to do all the effects. Because I don't know. Kakos. Oh, so here's all the reverb, or the Reaper plugins. What I want is one of those EQs that you can, like, see the spectrum analyzer as you EQ. I don't know if they have that. Let's see. Oh, it does. Sweet. This thing's so ugly. My god. But, hey, if it works. So this needs like just mad multi-band compression. Or I need to actually do my job and pick the low end out of which one I want and all that stuff. So maybe we'll do that. Getting that friggin' headache. No. Sorry, I'm just doing some shuffling around of windows here. Alright. Now I'm ready to go. Let's make some musics. Okay, so we got these kicks. Whole lot of kicks. Doing their kicky thing. I want to make these bigger. Oh, that was too big. Oh, that's too small. And I want to zoom in. Okay. Oh, so there's already fades on them. But I don't know if I want fades on samples already. Why you got to fade, man? Okay, so if I just do this, apparently, I guess I could do that. That's a lot easier. Okay. Because, I mean, I want the transients, all these. I heard that's important. Ooh, if I hold control and do this. Oh, that's spicy. Okay. do you just scroll up and down the window then? It's crazy. Oh, I guess I just click in here and then I can do it. Alright, so I put the EQ way up here on the master fader. That's probably not what I want. Get out of there. Alright, I want this? No. Let me see if I have any of my old ones on here. Is there like a search or anything? So I usually use span. Oh, sweet, there it is. Nice. Okay. Now I feel a little more familiar. So we got a lot of low end. So let's do this weird mute thing that I just learned. Alright, so this one I kind of want. Oh, I have to clear the filter. I don't know what this does, but it looks really interesting. So this one I just kind of want the mid-range on. Wow, that's aggressive. So I'm going to take a little bit of the low end away. Although I don't know if I want to use this. I don't even know what I'm doing with this thing. Let's see. Do I have an EQ that I am familiar with? See, I always use the Pro Tools EQ, so I need a new home base EQ. Let's see. Just type in EQ. No. So here's the Reaper one. Silk EQ is good for like high-end boosts and stuff, but not this kind of EQing. Not the GEQ. I don't know what any of this stuff is. Frequency spectrum analyzer meter. That sounds useful. What is this? Okay, so it's basically just span. Except not as nice looking. Alright, I guess we'll just use this EQ for now. I'll have to get one of those like fancy ass what is the one everybody uses? I can't think of the name right now. Fab filter. I'll have to get that one or something. Although I think it's like $150 for a plugin, which is crazy. Alright. So I want to do a high pass. We're going to take away the low end. So I just want this. That's pretty much it. Good job. Good job, everybody. So let's move on to this guy. Alright, this one has awesome low end. Wait. I do want to do that. There we go. Can I just like loop this? So I just need to click once to select everything, and then I think there's a loop button down here. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So this is how you make dance music. You hit the loop. And now there's a kick, and now you dance. It's that simple. Alright, so we're got this mountain low end on this guy, so that's good. Maybe we can do let's try like this. So now if I add these two together, see how it's different and unique? You know, creative E. Oh, what does this guy got for us? So this has solid low end too. Maybe I'll just mix this one in to taste. Wait, where'd the fader go? I thought there was a fader on this bastard. Track layout. Track panel, I think. Nothing changed. Oh, that changed. Okay, I see a fader now. But I want that for every friggin' track, dude. I probably gotta do it up here. This is just the low end of the one. And this is... I don't know what we're going to do with this guy. Is it tilt? Oh, this is... What is this? Oh, that's cool. Where's like the bypass for that? Oh shit. Undo. Alright, yeah, I need to not select all these tracks at once. I did want to change this. So now we got, let's see. So we got our low end, we got our mid, and we got some high end. And then there's this thing. Oh, it's a short throw fader. So there, we'll just have a little bit of this. Maybe a little more. Alright, I made a kick drum. I think this is what you do if you're gonna make the dance musics. Now we need to combine it all. Because I don't want to deal with 4 separate friggin' files every time. So... I guess I gotta like bounce this down. I guess that's probably something I should have paid attention to. Or watched the tutorial for. Render? Is that what we want to do? Shrender? And this all looks pretty kosher. Yeah, okay. Dance song wave. Yeah, great. Fuck out of my face. New track. Oh, it's right here. I don't want it right there. I want it over here. Alright. So now if I solo this and I mute it. That's not to save it all. What happened? Oh. Turn the loop off. Alright, so it's the same. Sweet, we've successfully bounced. I'm pleased. Okay, so we have a kick sample. So you take these tracks, and I don't know if I want to get rid of them, but I'd love to hide them. I don't know what a sub-project is. I don't want to do this, I don't think. Yeah, this is all bounce options and freezing options, which I don't need to freeze them. That's to save CPU. And yeah, we're only using like 30% of my CPU doing this and streaming at the same time, so that's all good. No, I want to hide them. Oh, track manager, show hide tracks. Oh, I should have watched the video of this thing. I assume this is hiding. Oh no, it's a color. What do I do? I want to hide them. Great. Now do it. What happened? Is there like a save? Oh, there we go. I just click them. Get out of here. Alright, so those tracks still exist. I just don't need to look at them anymore. So I got this. So now we need to go into grid mode. Whatever the hell that's called in here. I guess it's just this. Grid lines enabled. We need some beats, yo. What's our tempo? I don't know what tempos are good for dance music, so if anybody has a suggestion. I don't know if anybody's even here anymore. Shit, where'd Reaper go? There it is, okay. So, I don't know, let's do something faster than 120. Oh, it changed it, shit. No, don't change it yet. Can I, like, lock this from getting fucked with? There's a lot to read in these sub-menus, holy crap. Lock item, let's try that. I don't know why it's muting it. Alright. Oh, it still changed it. I don't want to warp it. I just want the grid to be different. You son of a bitch. Alright, lock or unlock. Preserve pitch when changing. Well, that's checked, but it totally doesn't do that. Set item time base to time. Will that prevent it from getting messed with? Still sounds different. What the fuck? Why does Reaper suck? Scale finder. That's hilarious. This thing just explodes. Alright, I don't know. Let's mess with this then. Whoa, what happened here? Dude, what happened? Alright, so this thing could use some multi-band on it. Really? General dynamics. Where is the threshold? I heard a noise. Oh, sweet. What's up, Lunar Tides? Thanks for the host. How you doing? Do you know anything about Reaper? Let me turn this off. It's super annoying. Yeah, I should probably be asleep too. But I'm trying to learn Reaper by way of dance music. Yeah, I was gonna put like a multi-band on this thing, but I don't know. I don't know what plugins I own. So it's kind of like looking through. Is that the one I had on? Oh no, this is what I want. Sweet. Yeah, okay. You need some taming, bud. Oh, this one has a threshold too. That's nice. It's nice when they use like real terms that other people use for gear. I need to just get this input down first of all. Let's see. Well, that's output gain. Can I just wait? No, not the master. All right, so it's all pre-fader. Yeah, I've been watching like all the tutorial videos from this guy, this stuff. But they take like, with Kenny G, he's my new buddy. But they take like 15 minutes for every topic, and there's like 30 topics here, and I ain't got that kind of time. You can throw on the master out, so the master out doesn't clip. I'm just wondering if there's like a gain on the actual sample, like you can do in Pro Tools. Ooh, oh, now I'm just screwing things up. Or I guess I could just like put like a trim in here somewhere. Is that a thing? Oh, you mean this volume, or is there another gain stage somewhere? Oh, yeah, the one that says trim. Maybe I should try that one, huh? Oh my god, what is this? I'm so scared right now. Oh, this makes it less scary. Okay. Oh, trim volume. Boom. There we go. Gimme it. There we go. Hell yeah. Why is this... Why is it not clipping here, but then it's clipping there? By like 3 dB. Oh, probably because I have output gain? What am I doing? Is this like coming out some weird routing? Yeah, I mean, I could throw a limiter on it, but, like, I'm just baffled as to why. Like, because my sound should come through the sample, up through the fader, which is hitting this trim fader now, and then through the plugin, and then out of this should be my final meter in the chain. I'm reading, you know, what, negative 13 or whatever, but it's reading, like, +2, +3 on the master, and that's totally not right. So something's not routing how I think it is, which is not... I gotta know how it works. I mean, this shouldn't fuck with it. Everything down here is all... I mean, this is stereo, this is stereo. No panning. Yeah, see, it's like going through their pre-fader. Why you do that? Master send. Oh, that didn't do anything. Oh my god, it's confusing. What is this little the net style tiny thing you can click down here? Switch to post fade. How do I do that? How I do? I didn't see a pre-post thing up here. Master send channels. It's just DB. This is all MIDI crap. Oh, that's useful. So this is just my sends. Oh, there's a width. That's kind of neat. This is panning, right? Yeah. What the frig is all this? There's so many options in Reaper. Holy crap. It's like the Linux and DOS. No, I'm like super happy to have all the options, but at the same time I'm trying to like not get all crazy with setting customizations, because I kind of like it where if I'm in the middle of a desert and somebody hands me like a laptop and an internet connection, I can just like download a program and then like know how to run it like just from the default stuff. I don't want to like try to make this thing into Pro Tools like, you know, like Monty's doing. I'd rather just learn how they want me to do it, because a lot of times that workflow's better anyways. But I mean, most of the stuff's the same so far. Although I can't find this fucking pre-fader thing. No, I don't need that. Do you know where the pre-fader setting is? The Reaper blog on YouTube. Alright, I'll check that out. If I like make this bigger. No, it doesn't do anything. If I right click on stuff. I don't really care about my input or monitoring at the moment. Oh wow, they have a lot of volume settings you can do, that's cool. Yeah, he dove right in. I'm a super like read the entire manual kind of guy, and I find that it helps me in the long run, because then later on when I'm in some situation, I'm like, oh wait, I know how to do this because I read the friggin' manual, while other people are like, I don't know what to do, like on Google and shit. But this is annoying. I want to play bass drum. What about this? I guess I haven't messed with this one. Send, receive, video output. I still don't know what like master send is. the shit are you getting audio? There's no sends. Yeah, okay. I have no idea. Okay. Let's see. How can I like, is this selected? Alright. How do you delete stuff? Oh, delete key, not backspace. I get it. Alright, let's remove this track. New track. Home. No, same thing. The fuck, man? I wonder if it's something weird in my routing or... Just remove it all. No, that's not what I want to do. Maybe I'll go back to just watching the videos. Holy shit. I thought I was going to get way farther. Pull the routing, this guy. I mean, this looks like volume, this looks like pan. This is polarity. What is this? That's automation mode. I mean, I want this to come from 1, 2. Is this one you were talking about? No, it's fine. This is fun. I'm like 3 or 4 beers deep now, so just adventuring through Reaper is a good time. Alright, let's watch a video about routing. Because this is ridiculous. I kind of dealt with this already. Track manager, recording audio. The sends. I don't see anything about like specifically routing. Yeah, thanks for coming by and saying what's up, dude. Like, it's been cool. I've had people in the chat like basically all night. It's a lot better than some of the lonely nights. Especially when I go on like this late. It's crazy. Like it's 4 a.m. where I am right now. No, it's really like the music community surrounding Twitch is really awesome. Like there's so many people that I've already met that are just like making, well, first of all, they're making great music and awesome projects. So like that's the key to it. It keeps me inspired and stuff. But then like everybody's really friendly and I hang out on like other people's streams and they'll come by mine. It's a lot of, you know, give and take with that. It's cool. Oh yeah, no worries, man. Like, I'm surprised anybody's up this late. I was just kind of, I mean, I'm sitting here watching YouTube videos, so it's not like the most amazing stream. I don't blame anybody for cutting out. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't made a schedule yet. I think I'm gonna start Monday, and then I don't know. I want to do. I feel like Thursday's a day I want to do, and Monday's a day I want to do, and then another day during the week. I don't know, Wednesday maybe. So 3 days a week is what I would kind of want to get to. But right now I have a ton of work stuff in my day job that I have to get caught up on. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make Reaper my main thing from now on. So that's why I'm trying to really learn it in depth. Cause just Monty, I'm sick of Pro Tools crashing on me. Last time I streamed it, totally crashed on me in the middle of the friggin' stream. I was like, sweet one, Avid, you're the best. So yeah, I was like, Reaper, gonna give it a shot. And since watching Monty go through 5 different DAWs, it's cool. I know that this one's probably pretty war worthy if he hasn't thrown it out yet, Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've talked to him in Whispers a few times, and he's always been super legit, so I definitely agree. Oh, hold on. Let me show you my fucking setup, because, I'm just sitting here on my dumb old Reaper window. But when I start doing live performances, this is what my room looks like right now. So, I got some, bullets in the gun here. Got the multicam going. Yeah, I have a bunch of old ass keyboards, so I'll probably usually the one's just a MIDI controller, the one under the laptop there. Yeah, the Elises. Yeah, those are acoustic drums that I put mesh heads on and triggers, so I use those, and everything kind of runs into that laptop with main stage on it. No, it's just a MIDI controller too. It doesn't have any actual drops on it. Everything's on main stage, but right now I have main stage VNC'd in, so I can actually look at the screen on that laptop from my desktop where I'm sitting right now. Hold on. I'll go back to the production view here. Yeah, and I can control those lights and shit. I have all this lighting stuff that I'm gonna do. It's crazy. I worked a lot, 5 or 6 years as an arena level concert sounded lighting guy, basically. And I did, just shows all over the place regionally. So I have a lot of background in, not, I don't know, the professional industry, but yeah, decent level shows. So I know what I'm doing with lights and all that stuff. So I really want to apply all that stuff to the stream and make it look cool. But yeah, here's main stage. So here's that laptop screen right now. So I have this synth that's pulled up. The graphics are super slow, but there's all this other shit in here. Sweet. Drums. So yeah, I have a ton of stuff to play with once we start doing more live performance. Yeah, here you go. So I'll trigger these drums off that drum set over there. I just can't do it right now because it's 4 a.m. Oh, you worked in Branson? Oh man. Oh yeah, dude. Branson, that's a industry production town. There's nothing but shows going on there, right? What's really cool is, so I have VNC on the laptop too, so when I walk over there I can actually control this computer, and if I have both the VNC windows pulled up I can go into this VNC vortex of infinity. I see the singularity whenever I mouse my cursor, and I have to do this crazy maze of Pac-Man routine to get my cursor back to where I can control it. It's hilarious. But yeah, I really want to get this set up rolling and get some streams going. And my problem right now is I only have my EP, so I have 5 or 6 songs to play. That's where Monty, if he wants to play for 4 hours, he can, because he has 17 friggin' albums, and I have 6 songs, and that's with 2 covers. So that's gonna be. Oh, you're just doing a digital mixer? Dude, your show sounds great then. The fucking audio is great. The guitar tone cuts just really nice. The bass is in the right place. Like your kick and bass all sounds great. That's cool. That's inspiring. Alright, I don't want to keep you up all night, so. But it's been fucking chill hanging out, man. And yeah, you'll see. Eventually, I'll get all this stuff going. I'll teach you guys. That's one of the things that Monty wanted to know about, how to control DMX lights. So I'm gonna make a stream that's just how to do the lighting, and I'll save it to VOD and all that stuff. And you guys can use that for your streams and like get some really like cool concert lighting going. Because there's a way where you can like set it to tempos and stuff. Like, because I'm doing all my stuff to tracks. So it's really easy for me. I can just make a MIDI file that goes along and plays along with the tracks that controls all the lighting. It's crazy. I could talk music all night. Yeah, same, dude. Like, now I want to show off my lights, but how can I do that? Here, I can kind of do it. Let me get started with this. Yeah, I'm going to have all my streaming, like OBS, and then my light program. So I use this program called QLC. The problem is I don't have any cams that are like aimed at the lights right now. But you can see the white one. So, how can I do this? Meh. Okay. Hold on, I'm improvising here big time. Alright, so the program in the window is QLC. It's like a virtual lighting console. And out of my PC, I have a little USB adapter. It's a USB and it goes to 3-pin DMX, which is the same as like XLR, although it's different ohm wiring if you want to get technical. But it's just, yeah, like a 3-pin XLR. And then I have these faders, so I don't know if you can see here. I'll like raise the white up. And I have control over these Christmas lights. Although I have a... Hold on, I gotta turn this other thing off. I have a scene going. So let me go back here. The X. Alright, everything's off. So yeah, I have all these different faders that do different shit. Obviously the white, that controls the white Christmas lights. And then up in the ceiling, there's red ones. I mean, you can see the shading from it. So yeah, the DMX controller is the software itself, and then it comes out a USB cord, and then it goes into the DMX cable, and then it goes up to a... Hold on, let me set up another camera. It goes into a dimmer pack, a 4-channel dimmer pack, which is just this box with a bunch of Edison plugs on it, which, a regular wall AC plug. You call them Edison plugs sometimes, if you're a sound person. And then, yeah, that XLR cable goes into the dimmer pack, and then it just basically controls the dimming of whatever you have plugged into it. So I plug the Christmas lights into there. Hold on, IP webcam. Let me see. You might be able to see it from this angle. But the other thing is, down here I'm using power line adapters for my internet. I'm not sure if you know what those are, but they like run internet through your electricity. And my main awesome concert light that I want to use, that it's like this crazy LED wash light that makes my whole room turn different colors. Oh, so yeah, you can kind of see the ceiling, although it's a little droopy right now. That's like a white fabric that I have draped over a PVC truss that I made. So here's the blue lights I just turned on and off. Hold on, I almost have this other webcam going. Let's see, 172. This shit's ridiculous. Yeah, dude, like basically once I started streaming, I've been streaming since the 1st of January, basically. I don't know. It wasn't like a New Year's Eve thing, but it turned out to be somehow. Like, so, yeah, I've been going at this 5 months now. And yeah, my whole basement is basically a TV studio right now. It's so crazy. Oh, and the thing with the power lines, yeah, so that fancy light I bought totally fucks with the power line adapters, and it dumps my internet every time I turn the light on. So I've had to run like cable up my stairs basically. And I just figured out that that's what was going on. So, like, oh, I should play this clip. Here, I'll show you what my lights look like. Because somebody clipped this from my show right before my stream crashed. Oh, what is it? Clips.twitch TVs. Clips of my channel. This one. Oh, that didn't work at all. You go over here. You go the full screens. Alright, let me get back to OBS. Get back to this view. Oh my god, it takes forever. There we go. Alright, so this is what the lights look like if I do it right. Oh shit, it's working. Get ready. And this has my LED light that I was talking about that crashes my stream. So as you can see, like, I got some lighting. It's pretty sweet. And this is like what you can do. So there's gonna be, but that's how long my stream lasted until it crashed. It was like that clip. Because it totally fries my power line adapters. But yeah, you can do some pro-ass lighting with this stuff. And that's what I'm going to teach you guys how to do, like, when I do that stream. Okay, so I got my camera going, 1602. I just want to show you the dimmer pack. Alright, I'll wait a second. I gotta get a beer, so you do that, I'll go get a beer. I guess I should have put some music in. Whatever, I'm back now. Alright, so I got the cameras there. Oh, where'd my chat go? Bro, your chat. I'm gonna go back into Reaper and try to figure out what the hell's going on with this. So I bet my default routing is probably just really weird or something. So let's do audio. Solos default to invoice. Whatever. That doesn't help. Let's try device. I wonder if it has something to do with how I route audio. In my sound card app here. Like I have to do this weird routing trick to get it to work right. Which is basically like I gotta bring the audio back in through these 8-at channels. I just loop a optical cable. Cause like my DAW is supposed to So like on mix 1 here, you see the DAW channel works, but if you go to like 2, 3, and 4, they don't. Oh sweet, there you go. Oh shit, what did I do? Reaper. Okay, so you're back. Yeah. So that's all this. Well, yeah, get this QLC program. It's free for one. So it's Q Light Controller Plus. Oh, wait. You can't see what I'm doing. Here we go. Q Light Controller Plus. This is the thing to get. And then, yeah, if you just buy one of those. I mean, well, I guess the thing to get is some DMX lights. Well, if you have an actual like physical light controller, like a console, then I'm not sure. I mean, I guess it would probably send DMX through it, yeah. But what you have to do is like buy the little cable. So, oh well, here I got my camera. Let me turn my camera back on. I'll show you exactly the one I bought. Check out my floor cam. All right, so this is the PC I stream from. And then I got all sorts of dumb shit, but this cable right here with the blinky wire, this is the adapter, and I bought it off Amazon. It cost like $20. It was pretty cheap. I don't know how to focus, and my phone's dying. Focus. Okay. Oh, it's not going to do it at all. I think it was called like DMX King. Oh, here. Yeah, DMXKing.com is where I got that thing. It works awesome. They sent it in like 2 days. I got it on Prime. But there's a million different ones you can do like that. Oh, crap. What did I... Oh, yeah. Let me show you the dimmer pack. Alright, so this is my crazy ass thing I built, right? It's this PVC ceiling, false ceiling. It's like 10 foot by 10 foot. Also, here's my cat. What's up, Bucky? Yeah. So I bought these 4 lighting stands. See one there. There's one here. And then there's 2 over there. And they hold this whole thing up. It's these crossbars that go across. There's 4 of them. And then you'll see over here. This is the dimmer pack. As you see, all the lights are plugged in. There's some over here. And then this is the DMX. And that's basically it. I mean, they're just plugs. Yeah. I don't know if you can see up in here. It's just a bunch of Christmas lights. And then I put this sheer cloth over it, which really doesn't do much for the Christmas lights. That's not what I wanted. It doesn't do much for the Christmas lights, but when I do the LED light, it makes that reflect really well. But I might take those down, or the cloth down at some point, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's like my ridiculous ass streaming setup. And then all my cameras are cell phones, old cell phones. There's a free program for Android, and I think it's for iOS as well, called IP Webcam. And that's what I was just using to camera around there. And basically it gives you a URL that you bring up as a browser source. Actually, here, I can probably show you. Let me pull up a tab or something here. So, like, here's my phone. And then, yeah, you can set, like, quality. Mine's super low because I didn't have a lot of bandwidth. But you can set, like, resolution, all that stuff. Yeah, so what I did, like, because I wanted a multicam setup, but I didn't want to buy a bunch of cameras. So, like, my wife had her old phone after she upgraded. I just grabbed her old phone, like, cleared everything out, and installed this program. And then I have my old phone, and then I use my new phone as well, because I don't need it when I'm streaming, obviously. And then we also had, like, a tablet lying around. So anything with a camera in it that is, iOS or Android, I believe, you can make into a webcam. And then, yeah, so this is just... I just drag this URL in here. Well, there's actually a video feed. You go to this. Well, I'm going to kill this cam for a second. Oh, well, I guess I need to not kill that cam. But if you go to that website, like, it just brings up the feed without all the options and shit, and then you drag that into OBS and browser source. Yeah, I feel like I'm bringing a little bit of knowledge to the stream game, maybe, because I was telling Monty about this shit too, and he was like, holy fuck, I should have done this. The problem is, like, it doesn't look nearly as good as, like, a C920. It's kind of like surveillance cam level streaming. Like, I don't know. Yeah, this is not like a C920 at all. It's pretty shitty. But for free, it's hard to beat, if you just have old phones. Oh yeah, I'm sure S8 would fucking work great. That's the thing, like, the newer phones look pretty good. You can actually get away with, like, doing 1080 on my phone. Like, my new... I don't have the new Google phone. I have, like, what's the Pixel or whatever. Like, I have the older generation of the Google phone. It still looks great. But my C9... Well, I got a C922 because it was on sale, but that thing looks way better than everything else. Yeah, dude. No, it's awesome that we have, like, all these little cameras and stuff. Well, I guess there's some reasons it's good, some it's bad, but it's definitely nice to have the tech around if you need it for stuff like this. Right. Just think soon there's gonna be, like, those sand cameras or whatever. I keep hearing about these, like, sand, like, pebble or what would it be, a grain? I don't know. A grain of sand sized cameras that are going to be out there that you can just chuck them wherever. Just like in the room here, just chuck a bunch of sand around and then have cameras that'll just never, be detected. Or like, how are you going to remove them all? Like, you have to have crazy tech to do that. But the world's going to be crazy soon because of that kind of shit. Like, it's like the sound editing stuff that, like, what was that audio Photoshop that Adobe was dicking with, where you can just make anybody say anything. Yeah, right. No, I have that same thing. Like, actually, one of my songs is about privacy. Like, Invisible Way. That's about privacy. And basically, I say, like, somewhere in it, like, you have to know yourself to be happy or some shit like that. And, like, with all this camera tech, we're gonna not be able to avoid, like, privacy's just gonna be gone. Like, and it's gonna be interesting because we're gonna learn about the human race in ways that no one's probably wanted to learn about. We're gonna learn some crazy shit, I bet. But it's also gonna be good because you gotta learn all your flaws before you can grow from them, No, I totally get the invasion of privacy stuff because obviously, like, the government can, well, it's just like what Snowden said. Like, the government can just make any story they want out of, different pieces of information they have out of you and just form and spin up, like, a motive or whatever just to throw you in jail if they want. That's terrible, and it's entirely possible. And, yeah, that's obviously bad, but I'm hoping maybe we'll live in a world that doesn't have horrible people that want to throw you in jail all the time someday, and we won't have to worry about things like that. But that's a John Lennon-esque thought that's probably never going to come true. So cheers to that, right? That's why I stay in my basement. Oh, this is boring to look at. I still want to figure out what the hell's going on with Reaper. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, see, we have the, like, old webcam that you can't talk through. You can just look, and, like, there's a mic on it so you can hear what the cats are doing or whatever. Like, I can't talk to my cat when I'm on vacation. I just like to check in and see that the house hasn't burned down. But that's hilarious. Yeah, I want to do that. So it's just an app. I should get that. I bet I could do it on that IP webcam app I use. I just haven't actually, like, messed around with it enough. There's a ton of options on there I haven't, like, looked through. So how do you like open cans of cat food, like, on the other side of the phone? Or, like, shake cat treat jar to make the noise. They come running. My cats are jerks. I totally want to troll them more. I should make a point of that. Just kidding. That's hilarious. Oh wait, if I drag my chat window up to the where my webcam is, it'll probably not look so weird. Yeah, right. Cats are master trollers. Oh, you got 4? That's a herd. I got 2. Well, you saw the one. I don't know where the other one is. Just probably snuggling in bed. It's my wife. Yeah, my wife has a little bit of a collection of her own. She has a couple snakes. But I don't mind the snakes. A lot of people are like, oh my god, you got snakes. It's so freaking, like, they're so boring, dude. Like, snakes are so boring. They just sit there. They're just plops. And then, like, you feed them, like, mice and stuff. And then, like, the mice go in and they just, like, sit there, and the snake sits there and they stare at each other for, like, hours. Eventually, like, they'll eat it, but it's so, like, not dramatic at all. Oh, our cousin had a bearded dragon. That thing was cool as hell. They're all like raw, but They can like whip their tails at you. They can get a little nasty if they want. But they're generally pretty chill, at least the one my cousin had. Yeah, my wife likes lizards and snakes and all that stuff. Yeah. Get the heck. I should probably go to bed soon. It's almost 5 a.m. Jesus. Yeah, I can't wait to stream a little more. Like I said, I'm probably gonna spend the rest of this weekend working on my actual job. Once I get that out of the way, like a bit, get these projects out of the way, I'm gonna be able to do some regular streaming. Hopefully, I want to push to be like an affiliate and stuff. Get those bits. But just because I think it'd be cool to like, I don't know. I don't think I could ever be as popular as like somebody who like makes this their day job, but I think it'd be fun to like try, you know. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I built a PVC ceiling in my basement, and I have 3,000 Christmas lights. Oh yeah, dude, I think. Well, I probably don't have you in my host list yet, but I have a lot of people in my host list, like to auto host if they're on and all that shit. So, yeah, definitely. I'll bring people here. Yeah, when do you stream? Do you have a schedule? It's always the weekends, right? Friday and Saturday night. I try rating people, but I always have like 3 people, and then like by the time I actually get the link in, like everybody left. Oh yeah, I'll take any viewers. I'd love people to watch. I like watching my number go up. Usually just... Oh yeah, because you're playing a show like tomorrow, right? So that's why you're doing Friday tonight. Or I guess it's Saturday now. That's cool. You can see you guys play out and you do the streams. Like, I'm not playing out at all. Because I think it's weird, like, doing solo stuff with a laptop, first of all. Unless you're, like, a DJ. Then it makes sense. But being, like, next to bands, like, they always are going to make me sound weird. Because, like, I'm playing through the PA, probably with no subs. You know, because usually you don't have subs unless you're lucky. And then a band's going to have, like, actual bass amps and stuff, so I'm gonna sound minuscule in comparison. And also, like, the whole point of this project was to not go outside, because that's like in the name Hikikomori. Like the definition of that is basically like shut in. So I really wanted to like, this whole thing was just I wanted to make my band a podcast kind of thing. I didn't know what I just wanted to like try a different way other than get a band, buy a van, do regional touring, like try to beg record label, like the normal path that everybody does. Like, fuck that. I want to take advantage of all the new tech. Oh, so your wife is the bass player? Okay, oh yeah, it makes sense now because they were calling her Lydia during the chat tonight. Yeah, okay. For some reason, I think I said it was your sister before, so sorry if I said that. Actually, that's unintentionally hilarious. No, that's rad. You guys have a fucking awesome band. Your dad seems chill as hell. Yeah, it wasn't because like a look or anything. I think I thought I heard you say that or something. Oh, that's hilarious. Stare the AT&T dude in the face. All right. Well, what should I do? His jaw dropped. I still haven't figured out what the hell is going on with this. I guess I could, like, go to bed. Yeah, man. You have a good night, too. It was tons of fun. Have a good gig tomorrow. Get some sleep. Let's see. I'm going to find out another video to watch. Let's see if this solves any of my problems.
Okay. Next, we're going to record.
Okay.
Okay. Next, we're going to record some audio in Reaper. We'll make a new track by double-clicking. We'll give it a name. I'm going to record a guitar, name it acoustic guitar. And next, we're going to set the input, which is something I haven't showed you yet. Right over here, here's where we set the input based on our hardware audio interface, the one you have connected to your computer. Click it, and we can choose between mono, stereo input, MIDI, if we're recording some MIDI, or none. We're going to do mono. I have a microphone on my acoustic guitar, and it's plugged into input 3 on my audio interface. So I'm going to choose input 3. Now, it's a good idea to set up your inputs with names. This way you know where everything's plugged in. And we can do that in our preferences. If we go to audio, right down here is where we can choose channel naming or mapping.
Alright, I don't even know if anybody's watching. But I kind of gotta go AFK for just a minute. So here, let me throw some tunage back on. Chill to the soothing sounds of Shipwreck. It's double 6 off the album.
My lonely heart was broke long before you said goodbye. But now those days are over, and until you leave this humble earth and bleed a million miles alone, you'll never know just how bad you broke my bone. I've seen your face a dozen times in magazines, in long stretch limousines and fancy homes. My empty cup was filled with many kinds of cheap ass blush wine, and fell until I fell down drunken in my bed. to find a tree to hide behind, a buzzard flying blind, a barn to rest your head in. And when I'm all bunched up inside a lake, swells up and I'm fed up, I've had enough of this maniacal baroque orchestra. I'll sit around and wait and I'll not criticize. I hate the million things that will protect me from it. that ships and bottles don't smell like the ocean. So in response he wrote his girl a letter. He said, I'm heading southbound on Highway 57. In late December she sent her man a package. It was her old collection of dolls for little children. In a gas station he sent his girl a postcard. It showed wheat fields with ravens, wheat fields with ravens. She said that ships and bottles don't smell like the ocean. So in response he wrote his girl a letter. He said, I'm heading southbound on Highway 57. In late December she sent her man a package. It was her old collection of dolls for little children. In a gas station he sent his girl a postcard. It showed wheat fields with ravens, wheat fields with ravens.
returned earlier. Were you praying?
guess what? We're playing Rocket League now. I didn't feel like digging with that routing problem in Reaper. We'll figure it out tomorrow. Check, check, check. Hey, check. Alright, that's good background. Alright, let's get this going. Boom. Okay. Sprocket leaves? You can't see half the fucking thing. Oh, that's not gonna work. Oh, maybe it'll work in game capture mode. Oh no. Alright, so if I do this. You should be able to at least see everything now. I'll have to work on this. Alright. I can play. I see it's streaming in OBS. I think we're good. Hope my teammates are ready for me. Because maybe these 5 beers are ready for them. Oh, and sorry for Potato League here. This is sort of a test to see good my processor holds up while streaming. Oh shit. Out of here. Swerve around this boost 17 times or something, guys. Instead of 5. Losing to a bot. Get some first touch points here. Bounce. Yes. This is such a bullshit goal. See, my stream's dying, I think. It's like encoding overloaded. No potato bullshit. It's not okay. This game's fucked anyway, so. Let's see if I can doctor the stream here. I have to alt-tab out every time. Settings. I can't change it mid-stream.
Here we go.
Tradition calls.
I might be able to do this.
It's Gotcha Day! Best day ever.
Alright, I made a change. I don't know if it'll help. Oh yeah, it's already screwing up.
Love you, Dad.
I love you too, sweetie.
I mean, I guess I might as well. We'll try it again like this. Awkward.
Days by the same. Days on Martyrs Mountain. Soft silhouette.
There's a lot of leniency in that rule. I should have had it in the first time. Oh shit, it's Hesh. C-Lab. Ah, come on, bud. Oh shit. I need boost. Whoops. That's cool. I meant to do that. Holy shit. It would have been cool if I saved it, but I should have fucking went towards the goal a little more. I mean, damn. You know? Oh no. Swirl. The boost, where's the boost? Give me the boost. Nice. I hit it towards our goal. Oh no. That's cool. We're good. I didn't do nothing wrong. Holy shit. I just had dog chasing. Oh. It was horrible goaltending by me. Just like standing outside the goal, watching. But I didn't expect that to happen. Shit. Just bulldozed him. Oh god. The worst. Oh, I should have went for that too. What? That was amazing. Okay. What's up? Oh my god, you got boost. Don't care about the brawl. Just want the boost. What the fuck is this bush league for? Oh my god. Give me the ball. You fucking assholes. And then I just pass it to the other team. That was a good play. That syrup guy. It's all over us. Stuffed meat. Oh shit. This is bad. Playing horrible defense. Just playing horrible. I'm so sorry, team. Physical. Oh shit. Hell yeah. Not you. Stupid. Boom. Fuck yeah. What? I got some boost and didn't hit the ball. Oh no! I'm the worst. Alright, I'm just gonna sit in the middle. We still got 24 seconds. I'm gonna go down to the sweet pass. Shit. I'm gonna kick out. Alright, well this thing keeps yelling at me about the friggin' encoding or whatever, so... Let me restart the stream real quick.